Joe, Derek has not had the kind of defensive series or postseason that you would expect after the season. And then tonight, it seemed like he was able to take away everything Jimmy wanted. So what is it about Derek that just makes him able to be consistent in who he is and just kind of continue to get under the opponent's skin?
He just plays with a defensive versatility, and he does a great job paying attention to detail on personnel tendencies.
Joe, how much did Marcus help set the tone with the steal right off the opening tip and the Jason Duncan, then the back-to-back threes there in the first to kind of get you guys going on a run?
Yeah, he's just an emotional key for us. When he's locked in and playing both sides of the ball at a different pace, it kind of gives us our identity in our life.
Joe, is this the best performance in your view in the postseason, and what does it say that you've had probably your best two performances back-to-back games here?
It just says that our backs are against the wall and we're sticking together and we're competing at a high level to give ourselves a chance.
And what did Al give you tonight in terms of effort, intensity, particularly in the early going?
Yeah, everything he does is an intangible that you can't measure, and just his leadership and his physicality and his attention to detail defensively is big for us.
Joe, the forced turnovers tonight, you guys haven't ranked very high in those all year, even in the playoffs. What was different there that allowed you to force the amount of turnovers you did?
Just attention to detail, quality shift activity, and awareness to game plan execution.
And in terms of managing Malcolm, throughout the game here, as you said pregame, you're going to go with the flow there. How did that go?
He gave us the best he could, and we kind of went from there.
Hey, Joe, 47 combined points from Marcus and Derek. It seemed like Derek and Marcus both made every big shot that they took. How does that change the dynamic of the offense when guys like Jason and Jalen are able to kick out to them and they're making shots at that level?
Yeah, it just gives us a well-balanced attack to where we could spread the floor and share the ball and just play connected basketball. And so, those two guys being aggressive is important for us.
Joe, what's led to the connection? After Game 3, you said guys were disconnected a little. In the last two games, something on the floor, off the floor. Jalen talked about that dinner they had before Game 4. What's happened?
One of our assistants put it in great perspective. The season's 9 months long, and we just had a bad week. Sometimes you have a bad week at work, and we obviously didn't pick the best time to have a bad week, but we did, and we're sticking together and fighting like hell to keep it alive, and the guys are really coming together.
Is the cause to come back from this brought the guys together? I know it's a pretty obvious answer, but how has it, and has it?
I think it's just your back's against the wall, you don't have a choice. And so it builds a connection and it builds, just an opportunity. And so, like I've said it all year, the guys in that locker room, they always stick together, and when our backs are against the wall, we just have to continue that.
Joe, you talked about Marcus kind of being your identity, and given the situation in with your backs against the wall, how important is it for him going forward to continue to set that tone every game you have left?
Yeah, it's been that way all year. When he plays at a high level and brings a certain pace and physicality, it's contagious, and he sets the tone for our guys. When he plays like that, it's big for us.
Joe, in the last couple of games, you've generated about 30 corner three-pointers. What is it about the offense that's getting you the shots that you've been looking for, the types of three-pointers that you've been looking for?
Spacing, and the last two games we're getting the advantage quick, and then the two-on-ones are there, and then we're reading the two-on-one. And so when we play fast but organized, that's when we're at our best.
And it seems like there is a concerted effort to stay down on up fakes. Is that something that has come up as part of the defensive plan, just to stay down when Jimmy Butler's throwing those fakes out there?
Yeah, it's definitely a key to keep them off the free throw line. They're a team that can generate free throws and put pressure on your defense, and so just staying disciplined in that is important.
11 assists for Jason tonight. When he's facilitating like that, what does that do for the rest of the offense?
Just spreads us out, allows us to create different advantages, allows us to run some different stuff. And that just goes to the connection that the guys have.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
We'll have Jason, Jalen, and Derek in here, and then Smart.
All right, that was head coach Joe Mazzulla for the Boston Celtics. You heard everything he was talking about, and we addressed some of those things in the pregame. Stan Van Gundy joined us as a guest, and he brought up a great stat. He said that Boston is 37-2 when they shoot 40% or higher from three-pointer. Well, guess what? They did it again tonight to make that 38-2. They're under 500 when they shoot less than 40% from three. So, Dennis, you're the shooter. Not that you can't shoot, Isaiah.
Hey, I'm with you when
But
you're
we're
right.
going to defer to 3D.
I am with you when you're right.
Hey, and one thing we agree with is that when you take quality threes, and I think sometimes when you say facilitate, people get confused. Jason Tatum's always been a great passer, but tonight the backcourt is what? They're 10 of 14 from three, White and Marcus Smart. So now here he skills and drills, putting the ball on the floor. Now when he attacks, the defense sucks in. Let me kick it back to what? We say Marcus Smart's not a good shooter. Well, he steps into it, draw and kick, he leaves it, splash. These are quality threes, not just come down and jack up a three going one-on-one. Same thing. He's drawing up two. You share the basketball, create a little space. I think Derek White, by playing good defense tonight, guys, made his offensive game get going. So now